No question, B.A. But it's still a long way to go. We know how much can change over the course of a season, so I wouldn't be surprised if a contender or two has yet to emerge.
Now here's ball. Martin outside. Pass to Miller. Shot clock at 5. Here's ball. It's hauled in by Beverly. And Washington with possession. And he drains the quick shot.
Really good use of the pull-up jumper by Patrick Beverly, understanding when to rise and fire.
And here's ball. Coming off a 31-point game. Here's Williams. And it's cleared by Vucevic. About a minute into this first quarter. They get it again. Tries again. And he can't get that one. Miller outside. Over Kispert. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Corey Kispert, and right away Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Now here's ball. Impressive numbers he's putting up, averaging just over 28 points a game. Pass to Martin. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Well, you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Here's Beverly. Williams grabs the board.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Snatched up. Martin, the pass to Williams. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. For Washington, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Yabusele. And again, Washington with a triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
Pass to Williams. Ball outside. Now Miller, defended by Kispert. Now here's Miller, tightly guarded. The 3 ball. Rebound by the Wizards. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really saying?
Basket counts.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Martin. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Ball. Here's the teardrop. Williams passes to Ball. Miller outside over Kispert. Miller can't get it to go. Wizards leading by 4. Kispert left side over Miller. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Richards is checked in for Williams. Bridges comes in for Martin. Green's checked in for Miller, and it's Mann in for LaMelo Ball. A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets.
And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
Ooh, ripped away. Lets it fly. Kept alive.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Green, the pass to Richards. Man with it, working on Jones.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Now here's Mann. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Yep, that one's good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Jones. Williams grabs the board.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
For Washington, they've gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Here's Jones. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Oh, that little floater, such a big part of Tyus Jones's game.
Green, the pass to Richards. And the layup is good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Outside man. Pass to Bridges. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Washington, up 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And taking a look at Washington's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
The Wizards with a lead. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Cody Martin is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
Well, because everybody's playing Chris Dunn to be a driver, he can get that jumper anytime he wants.
To the middle, Miller, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, knocked back down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. And the basket by Pippen.
This is where the size of Vucevic allows him to see over the defense. This guy, a terrific distributor.
Martin outside. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Miller, the pass to Ball. 6 to shoot. From behind the arc. Oh, Ball dropping it in for 3. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Kispert's checked in for Washington. Beverly comes in for Dunn. Here's Miller. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Wizards trail by 3. Here's Beverly. And another miss by Washington. For Charlotte, they've gotten off to a perfect 4 for 4 start of the second. Beverly with a steal. Here's the break. Here's Pippen. That one falls, coming off the Vucevic feed.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Charlotte is shooting an amazing 61%, looking confident. Outside, Williams. Here's Ball, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Here's Pippen. And Vucevic slams it in.
This guy, a strong rebounder who uses his frame well. Vucevic has a knack for being in the right spot.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Ball passes to Miller. Williams controls the rebound and the putback. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Hornets leading by 3. Miller on the wing. Beverly defending. Out to Bridges. Kispert with some nice D.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
BA, I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. It may take some time, but I like the plan.
A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Richards is checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Bridges. Green's checked in for Martin. And it's Mann in for Miller. Sarr's checked in for Washington. Jones comes in for Pippen. Now here's Williams. Coming off a 12-point game. Fires for 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. They've got the Heat ahead of them in their next game in Miami. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Beverly finds Jones. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Ball. Great D that time from Beverly. For Washington, they've gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. 3-pointer Kispert. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. In transition. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
But you know how problematic LaMelo is for defenders. Always so willing to draw some contact.
Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
The Hornets with a lead. Pass to Green. Outside man. Fires the 3. And it's Green missing.
Yeah, and taking their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
The Hornets have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And it's hammered home by Green.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Jones, the pass to Sarr, over Williams. And again, Washington, no good. Charlotte leading by 4. Inside. And Williams punches it home.
Wow, what a finish at the rim by Grant Williams. I didn't know he had that in his game, fellas.
Beverly on the wing for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Hey, Beverly's got 5.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
That one drops for him.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Down low. Richard's shot is off.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your youth.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. And having been behind by as many as 8, they clawed their way back. In the second quarter, they put in the work to create a slight scoring advantage. Shaq, your thoughts on the Hornets?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they've been so far.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
The bench scoring has been a big key. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they performed. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. If you look at Mark Williams, what a contribution.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And so in the game for Washington, Patrick Beverly out there with Corey Kispert. Then there's Sadiq Bey. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Yabusele in at the 4 spot. And Bey pulls it down. And the Wizards shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Kispert into the lane. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Kispert's got his second basket of the night.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Martin. Takes it inside. Good D by Bey. The Wizards with a lead. Here's Yabusele. Williams defending. Kispert on the wing. Here's the 3. Another shot. Bey left side. From the wing. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Vucevic has got his third basket on the night right there. Charlotte is shooting around 50% in the game so far. Here's Williams. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. And Charlotte making a change here. Bridges is checked in. Pippen, pass to Jones. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Pass to Miller. The rebound by the Wizards. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
The Hornets have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Doris, Trey Mann is an example of a semi-late bloomer in the NBA.
Yeah, NBA, that's not unusual for a player in his early 20s. Now he's been with a couple of different organizations. There's a versatility to how he contributes in the stat sheet, and a lot of times, especially for somebody of Trey Mann's skill set, it's about fit.
Now here's Martin. Pass to Bridges. Let's go with a 3. Pure from 3-point range. Bridges has got 5 now.
Well, the best way to respond to a 3 is with your own 3. Miles Bridges have at it.
Jones, the pass to Bay. Yabusele. That 3's off the mark.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Outside man. Pass to Miller. For the tie. And he lays it in. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
To the paint. Yabusele, look that. And the Wizards lead by 2.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Charlotte is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for
No changes for Charlotte. Richards is checked in for Williams. Green comes in for Martin. And it's Ball in for Mann. The Wizards making a switch here. Now here's Ball. He's got 6. Green, the pass to Richards. And the shot's good. Richards has got his 2nd basket on the night.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Pass to Williams. And stolen by Green. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Celtics. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
You know, right now for Washington, they're a team that still feels like they can get better. The season is young, so they are still hopeful that they can improve their ranking.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Miller.
2 minutes.
A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Washington. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Cleveland, where they'll face the Cavaliers. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Miller, right side. Ball outside. For the lead. It's rebounded by Washington. Jones has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sarr passes to Jones. Here's Dunn. Washington again can't hit. And Charlotte shooting just 36% in the third. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And now a glimpse of who's out ahead in the All-Star voting.
I'm sure the fans and the players are eager for an update.
You take a look at Vucevic. With how things stand now, it'd take a big change in the voting to get him into the top 10 in the East.
Yeah, much less the starting 5, but he shouldn't let that distract him from the honor of making it onto this list at all.
And what a night it'll be. We'll keep you updated on the latest results during voting. Williams is checked in for Miller. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Washington.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
You got a piece of it.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
Stolen by Bridges. To the inside. Green. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. Washington making some changes. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Jones. Kispert comes in for Williams. And it's Beverly in for Dunn. Now here's Jones. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Second shot opportunity, and Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan to turn that shot away.
Pass to Vucevic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Nick Richards.
The officials were right on top of that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Charlotte on top, leading by a point. Don't go anywhere. The final. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Williams is out there with Cody Martin. Then it's Ball. Then there's Trey Mann. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Wing shot on the way. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. On the wing man, he's covered by Bay. Here's Williams. Soft touch off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 5.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Bay from long range.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Outside man. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Man, good whistle there.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Brandon Miller's checked in for Charlotte. Pass to man. To the middle. And Williams punches it home.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Oh, got that one up quick.
All about confidence in these moments. Bay able to attack immediately.
Now here's man. Pass to Miller. They get it back. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And here's what the Washington Wizards schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Thursday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience. Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
Man, the pass to Martin. Here's Williams. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Washington calls timeout. You look at Mark Williams. What a contribution.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
Sars checked in for Beverly. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, he seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Williams. It's Martin on the wing. He's covered by Bay. Offensive board. The kick out to Williams. Now Miller. 5 on the clock. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
But on a night where he's been so smart handling the ball, that's his first big mistake.
Wizards trail by 5. Here's Pippen. Washington again can't hit. For Charlotte, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Here's Miller. Rebound by the Wizards.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Lets it fly. Czar misses. Charlotte leading by 5. Martin outside. Inside. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Timeout called. The Wizards.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Mark Williams.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
Oh, he's a crowd favorite. This building is never more alive than when he's at his best. And he was beyond at his best tonight. He had this place going crazy.
Wow, look at Bay digging deep and finding the much-needed basket.
Here's Ball. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul, second team foul.
First one falls for him.
LaMelo Ball. 2 shots.
And so Ball nails both of them.
One thing that impresses you about LaMelo, the way he reads defenses and makes the game easier for everyone around him.
Hey, good.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. On the wing, Bay. And there are the Wizards with another bucket.
Yeah, and Bay showing us a little of everything tonight. I mean, he's been terrific.
Ball outside. Lets lets it go from 14. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
LaMelo living the life. That is a big-time bucket. Go ahead.
Hey, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Williams finds ball. A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Williams punches it home.
Boy, what a nice find from LaMelo Ball. You can tell this guy loves setting up his teammates.
The Wizards trail by 7.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Young player not shying away in the big moment. Bay going full send in crunch time.
Ball. Tar pulls it in. Washington has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Here's Bay. It falls! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Now here's Ball. LaMelo down the lane. Pass to Martin. Here's Ball. Plenty of space. And it's in.
LaMelo Ball is never rattled. Doesn't matter how close the score or what the situation. This guy unafraid of big shots.
And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3. It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
There's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Washington. Beverly comes in for Pippen.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Hey, no good. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul, 4th team foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
LaMelo Ball, a guy who is so unique in terms of his frame and the game. But boy, the potential is limitless. Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
And again, Washington, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Patrick Beverly. 2nd personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6.
For your Hornets, LaMelo Ball. Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. On the wing, Bay. And he sinks it.
Assisted by Patrick Beverly.
So it's Charlotte winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.